Yeah, we know that human error can happen in all walks of life, and it happened here. One of the things that we have to do is put things in place to ensure that should we have a human error, it doesn't have the damage impact that we saw on this occasion. So one of the things that's, this is brought in sharp focus is the need to reiterate some of those communication protocols that are really valuable in VAR to prevent this type of thing happening. So we want the on-field referee to communicate to the VAR what the on-field decision is very clearly, and then the VAR to go back to the referee and acknowledge that they've heard that properly. The VAR goes through the process then of checking the situation, giving clear direction to the replay operator to get the right angles, speaking to the assistant VAR as they're going through that as well, so that the assistant VAR can be another check and balance, if you like. And then before communicating to the field, speaking to the AVAR to say what their intended direction of travel is going to be. Then at that moment, not just saying check complete, because what are you check completing? Saying check complete, goal confirmed. In this case, check complete, offside confirmed. And then that's another trigger, obviously, to the on-field officials that they're going in the wrong direction. So we've put quite a lot of steps in place to ensure that the error that we saw in that important game doesn't happen again.
Lots of people I've spoken to after the event said, OK, well, the ball went out again 30 seconds later. Yeah. Why can't the referee? It's an exceptional circumstance. It's not a standard VAR mistake, let's say, a subjective decision. This is a massive one. Why can't the referee just say, let's stop the game and let's go back 30 seconds?
Yeah, I heard quite a few people ask that question. I understand why people would ask that question. And actually, the VAR and the AVAR asked themselves that question too. When the penny dropped as to what had happened, I think 20 seconds had passed. And at that point, they considered whether or not they could intervene to stop the game, but they recognise that the laws of the game as set by FIFA and the International FA Board doesn't allow that. There's obviously a process in place that sits in the laws of the game about how we use VAR to make sure it's delivered consistently throughout every league in the world, and it